Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
West till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominee a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we go check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance. One West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group eyes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been a stopper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. It's war heavy, war ready, and that's worth the mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas feel like a tire, Dan the D. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look. The city eyes.
it's time to bogart. My God, a real nigga, cause he want no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation voltage and fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an appletree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Waldo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yaradon, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so woke, I got sleep deprivation. Belly of the beast giving birth to a nation. You know how I feel to have culture and they take it. It'll never be peace, tell them free the reservation. Till it's backwards, they don't know that they exist no more. Ever try reaching out for help and you just get ignored? Pick up vices like drugs, your child fill a void. They get a youth life sentence for a killing, he was just a boy. Niggas poor, what we living for? Life a gamble, it's like 10 or 4. Police hands around your neck, they just hit record. We in war, man, this ain't the norm. But you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know. Mama on the stage crying. She just lost her only son to gang violence. Pops level 4 yard talking through the vents. Have you ever tried to hug your loved ones through a fence? Have you ever been hated just because your skin? Have you ever worked all week and couldn't pay your rent? Life a trip, I'm trying to catch my balance. Every step feel like I'm walking backwards. Credit card, but gotta check the balance. I come from where it's rough, that's why my heart callous. They want you to fall weak, that's a war tactic. Look how we live, what's scary than that? What you know about crossing the Darien Gap? Risk a life to live in hell or bury your kids. Either way we gotta suffer and they just get rich. Life a bitch, why I waste time telling you that? Cause if you ain't a nigga like me, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know.
Hey Nashville, did you know First
Shalom, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK. And the Commanding General Yohana started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. This is the ISUPK, Nashville Wednesday night law class, and I am precinct officer Zabak Yasharallah. Tonight, tonight I'll be talking about the wages of sin. Here in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible, that you are God's chosen people, and the Bible is your constitution. It's your history book. Talks about your lineage, your heritage. Here in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that is on the face of this earth, for we are the ISUPK, home of the truth. We're not affiliated with Christianity. We're not affiliated with Islam. We're not affiliated with Judaism, Scientology, Egyptology. If it's not of the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just something to keep you in a docile state of being. It's something to keep you spending your money, you giving up your money, and not really coming to the truth of who you are, not really coming to the truth of the Bible, not really showing you how to serve the Most High according to the Bible. According to the Bible. The reason I chose this topic, even during this time, even with World War III is right around the corner, even with World War III being right around the corner, God's chosen people, for the ones that are not in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, for ones that are not in the truth, you are still sinning according to the Most High. You are still in sin according to the Bible. And you think that just because you pay your taxes, you haven't got a speeding ticket, that you vote, you don't have a record, you think that you in good standards with the Most High. You think that you, how can I say this? You think that you are doing something right in the sight of the Most High, and you're not. I mean, something as simple as you voting is a sin. But you haven't been taught that. You've been taught to go vote. I remember when Puff Daddy, he was walking around with a shirt saying, "Vote or die." We have been listening to the makeup of America for so long till we have not found a way to come up out of sin. We have not found a way to come up out of slavery. We have not. And we think that we have it all together. Like I say, just because you go in a building on the first day of the week, that doesn't mean anything. That does not mean nothing. You just going into a building on the first day of the week and you are worshiping the sun. You are bowing down to a false deity. And you don't have no knowledge. You don't have no knowledge of what's going on. Because you have to lean unto your own understanding. Going into a church is not doing nothing for you. You going into a trap house is a scam. It's $1 billion business. And it has been since way back when. Doing the thing that is of this world is a sin. We don't really know what sin is because, and I'm not going to say we, I'm going to say for those that are, Salaki, I'm going to say for those that are not in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, you don't know what sin is. Especially God's chosen people. Especially God's chosen people, because God's chosen people were the ones that was given the law, statutes, and commandments. No other nation was. No other nation was not given the law, statutes, and commandments. So how you gonna know what sin is? I want to say it was Peter. Paul. Paul said that if it hadn't been for the law, he would not have known what sin is. If it hadn't been for the law. But Christianity have you thinking that the law is done away with. That sin, how they say that crazy stuff? They say that sin was nailed on the cross with Christ. And if a person hear that, you know what I'm saying that your sin was washed in the blood, like a person hear that, that's like giving you a free ticket to go and sin. Giving you a free ticket to go and sin. And that's crazy. That is crazy. That's why in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, you would get breakdowns. You would get the truth of the Bible. You would not be told that the law is done away with. You would not be told that you are under grace. Like, you would not be told to come as you are. You is going to get the truth according to what the Most High says, not according to what man says. Not. Because in Psalms 118:8, it tells you, is it better to put your trust in man or to put your trust in God? So how is it that creation has been outdone the creator? There's no way. There is no way that creation has been surpassed the Most High. But being that you have done believed on man, you have done believed on man for so long till you have done looked past the Most High. You have done looked past what the Most High have done said. Because the Most High said that you honor me with your mouth and your lips, but your heart is far from me. Your heart is far from me. And it's little things that we take for granted, and it's a sin. It is a sin, little things. But when you sit in Christianity, and you have been sat in Christianity for X amount of years, sin is normal. Sin is normal. It's normal to you. Like for real, like it is normal to you. You think that celebrating Christmas is you celebrating what do you say? You celebrating the birth of Christ? Even Yahweh Shah never celebrated his birthday. You never heard Peter and Paul saying that they going to Christ's birthday. Nowhere in the Bible is it said that the Most High said that we should celebrate his birthday. Celebrating your birthday is that you are putting yourself, it's like you putting yourself above the Most High. And this is a sin. The Most High said he hate holidays. He hate them. Amos 5:21. Most High said, I despise your feast days. The Most High says he despise your feast days. But still yet, Christianity, y'all celebrate every man-made holiday that is on the calendar. In Christianity, you do. You do. You celebrate every man-made holiday there is. I mean, even down to like the little small ones. So like even down to the little small ones like Mother's Day, Father's Day. Y'all celebrate them because y'all have not been told the truth. Y'all have not been told the truth. Y'all have been told that the laws are done away with, and y'all done away with the Old Testament, which the Old and the New Testament makes up one book. It makes up one book. And this is crazy, sad to say the least. But when you put your trust in man more than the Most High, this is the end result. This is the end result. It's no getting around that. That's why the Bible is a living Bible. These words are alive. Without the Bible, what can you do? I mean, how are you going to live? You can't. Not according to what the words say, not according to what the Most High say. You're going to live according to what you say, what you think is right. Matter of fact, you are going to live according to the ways of the world. The ways of the world. And the Most High said in 1 John 2:15, love not the world nor the things that is of the world. For if any man loves the world, he's an enemy to God. So guess what? Whatever man that loves the world, the woman will follow. The woman will follow. That's why every black woman that is of God's chosen, every Latino woman, every Native American woman needs a righteous man to lead them. All of that, I don't need no man, you capping. You do need a man. All of that women be saying, I don't need no man to tell me what to do, but then when you go and hit your time clock, 9 times out of 10, your manager is a man. Your supervisor is a man, and he's telling you what to do, where you going to be working at today, depending on what type of job that you have. But as far as when it comes down to sin, God's chosen people have been led astray by our black pastors. Some black pastors have went on to go into politics, still been led astray. You still have been led astray. You have not came back and have been taught how to serve the Most High under righteousness. Under righteousness. When you look at 1 John, yeah. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. No. Yes. Salaka Israel. Salaka. I'm thinking ahead of myself because I did say my title is The Wages of Sin is Death. So when you look at 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4, it says, Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law. So within that two little sentences right there, that let you know that the law still exists. The law is still in existence. Because without the law, you will not know what sin is. Without the law. That's why Christianity did what it did by taking away, they did away with the Old Testament and just say, all right, this is our Bible, the New Testament. That's why it was easy for them to say, come as you are. Because now if you coming as you are, then guess what? You still get to continue to do what you do. You still get to continue to do what you do. So now if you coming as a sinner, guess what? You still can sin. Because in Christianity, guess what they tell you? They say that God hates the sin but loves the sinner, which is another lie. Because there's no way that the Most High gonna hate the sin but still allow you to keep sinning. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. But I'm gonna start over. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. They say, whosoever committeth sin transgressive also the law. For sin is transgression of the law. Transgression don't mean nothing like you trespassing. Like you violating the law. You are violating the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you one. Honor thy mother and thy father. It's in Exodus 20. I don't know if it's might be verse 12. I'm gonna look at it real quick. Exodus 20 and verse 12. They say, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Honor thy mother and thy father, and thy days may be long upon the land. So now I'm gonna give you little precepts on this. And it's a reason that the Most High is telling you to honor your father and your mother. Because they are like the disciplinary. You know, if your father and your mother is serving the Most High under righteousness, they're going to tell you the things that is of the Bible. They're going to tell you what the Most High said. Because when you look at Proverbs 22 and 6, it say, train up a child in the way he should go. When he get old, he would not depart from it. So if your mother and father has a good understanding of the Bible and a good breakdown, especially if they are in the ISUPK and the Command of General Yohana, and you're going to be led in the ways of righteousness. Let me see, Matthew 15 and 4. All right. When you look at Matthew chapter 15 and verse 4, they say, for God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. So by you cursing your mother, you know what I'm saying? By you cursing your father and your mother, and let me give you some clarification. Cursing is not saying, Dad and Mom, F you. You just talking, let me say it like this. You just speaking to them with some harsh words. This is the cursing. This is the cursing. I wish my father and mother would die. That is the curse. That is the cursing. I wish my father and mother would die. You saying F you, yeah, you talking pretty harsh by saying the F you part. But the cursing is I wish my father and mother would die. So I'm gonna read it again. Matthew 15 and 4. For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die to death. And it's a reason, another precept. Let me go to 1 Samuel. First Samuel 12 and 6. Trying to hold too many places at one time. No, it's Salaki. That's 2 and 6. First Samuel 2 and 6. They say the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up. And you can find this in Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39, where it talks about the Most High said, I am even he, and there's no God but me. He said, I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. I'm kind of paraphrasing. He said, there's no other God that can deliver you out my hands. Because when you go back to Exodus chapter 20, verse 12, and it said, honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land. By you being dishonorable to your mother and your father, you ain't doing that but like you got one foot in the grave. But as parents, you're not supposed to, let me get this right. You're not supposed to, man, what's the word I'm trying to, you're not supposed to really have your kids to the point to where they really like be rebellious towards you. And making your kid like that, for God chosen people that do not know the Bible. Are you celebrating Christmas? That's one of the holidays that I have seen Black kids go berserk. I mean, disrespecting, especially if they are as a single parent. They be disrespectful. Not looking at their mother that who done provided for them all year long. And that's one way of provoking your kids. And a parent unwillingly knowing you done sat in church, you go to church faithfully. You're there every Sunday, but you have not been taught how to serve the Most High. The Most High said in Amos 5:21, I despise your feast days. Plus, this is a sin. So now by you celebrating that, you going against the Most High. You are going against the Most High. And that is one of the ways that you are provoking your child or kids to be disrespectful to you. And the wages of sin is death. It is death. You're not teaching your child to have a form of respect for you. By you going against the Most High. The Most High even said you can't serve two masters. You're going to love the one, you're going to hate the other. You're going to love the one, you're going to hate the other. And I think that one holiday, and let me say this here too, like Mother's Day. Your child will I'm not going to say go above and beyond. They'll get you something for Mother's Day, tell you, Mom, I love you, this and that and the third, and it's only one day that you really, you faking, you fronting. Because after Mother's Day, guess what you're doing? You're going right back being that little rebellious kid. You're going right back being bad. You doing this, you doing that. Just for that moment. Just for that moment, you wasn't even sincere. You were just playing a part. But all of this is part of sinning. All of this is going against the Most High. All of this is going against the Most High. All of this has to do with our black leaders. They have not taught you what sin is. They have not taught you what sin is. But I can honestly say this here. With World War III around the corner, God shows the people that is not in the ISUPK, y'all are starting to listen to Commander General Yohana and the rest of the generals on down to an officer of 50 that is out there on the street corners, that are in the classrooms. Y'all are starting to listen because we are telling you things. We are waking y'all up to this truth. Because if you go back and look at when COVID hit, they closed down churches but still told you to send your tithes by Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. You can mail it in. Even though the church was closed, they wanted that money. They didn't close that down. They didn't close that way of getting money. But we are showing you that how these are false prophets, that these people just want you to line their pockets with money, that they do not have your best interests at heart. They have been lying to you for so long. They have been lying to you for so long. They have not. I mean, something as something like a simple sin, and I ain't really trying to make it sound like So like a sin as small as this here, eating shrimps, eating crab meat, but they would tell you that the law is done away with. Everything that is in the law, everything that is of the Old Testament is done away with. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's like giving you a green light. That's giving you a green light to go out here and sleep with your brother's wife. That's giving a sister a green light to go out here and sleep with her sister's husband. That's giving you a green light to be a whoremonger, to be a fornicator. That's giving you a green light to do the things that is of this world, instead of telling you the truth of the Bible. These money hungry, grubbing thieves, that's all they want from you is your money. They haven't lied to you for so long till it's no way that they could tell you the truth. I think that they will go to their death knowing that they have lied to you for all them years. They have so many demons on them till the demon will not let them tell you the truth. The demon will consume them. The demon will take them. And once it has them consumed them, it has them left them. And is looking for another host to run the same show. To run the same show. But like I say, sin is transgression of the law. So now I'm gonna give you a precept for that, to let you know that the law is not done away with. Even though Christianity, some churches have a Bible that only has the New Testament in it. So now I'm gonna go into the New Testament. But we as God's chosen people that are not in the truth, we don't want to read. And I'm not picking at nobody. We don't want to read and we don't want to hear the truth. Truth is bitter. When you look at Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17, and this is Yahweh talking, who the world knows as Christ. So, when you're looking in the New Testament, when you see red letters, we all know who is doing the talking. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17 reads, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill," meaning that I have come to carry out the law, statutes, and commandments. You have never heard this being read in Christianity, and you never will. Because if you hear this being read in Christianity, now you have to go back. Now you have to go back and you got to start telling the truth. But like I say, before they tell the truth, nah. Before they tell the truth, a person that comes across this and want to read this, they're going to get rid of that person. You have some sisters that are in the church that run the church. They run the church from the first and second row of the seat, and they make sure that this church is being ran accordingly because they're getting a certain percentage. So now if you're getting money like every Sunday, you're not going to want to stop that because you want the money. You want the money. But it says that you can't serve God or mammon. You can't. But I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna touch bases and I'm gonna just read off some sins. Because like I say, the wages of sin is death. So let me go to start in Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22. "Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination." The word abomination means disgust. So this right here is talking about a man lying with another man as he would with a woman. But now here today in way before 2026, homosexuality is running rampant, like an all-time high throughout this whole earth. I remember growing up, if you seen somebody, what they call in the closet or whatever, that was unheard of. That was unheard of. Like it wasn't a common thing. Like how now it's on commercials, billboards, books. It's in the school like crazy. It is in the school like crazy. Like I say, this was unheard of. Like it looked at like something like you never seen men holding hands or nothing like that. Certain neighborhoods you couldn't do that. Like you was getting beat up on sight. So now you have laws protecting this lifestyle. Yes, you have laws protecting this lifestyle because that lifestyle has them went to school and have them put themselves in places where they can protect the same people that is in that lifestyle. And that is sick. The word abomination means disgust. Like it's a disgust to the Most High. Because the Most High did not make no man for no man. And you hear a lot of people that is in that lifestyle, and they will say this here, God made me like that. But little do they know, the Most High is going to unalive you. Like the only thing that you is going to get out of that lifestyle is death. Even down to the woman. I remember before I came into the truth, a topic like this had came up one time. And I was just listening. And then the person that was doing the talking about this, it was a lady had asked him, did he know where was it in the Bible that it talks about a woman being with a woman? And the dude wasn't really up to par with reading the Bible. He really couldn't answer her question. He really couldn't answer her question. So it's like she kind of had a little puffed up chest, like, oh, okay. They're just talking about the man. When you don't know the Bible, you have to leave that to the professional. You have to leave that to the priests and prophets of the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana. Everything that is going on throughout this earth is in the Bible. It's in the Bible, even down to the smallest insect you could think of, even down to the ants. It's in the Bible. From everything. But touch. Let me see. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you A's in the Bible. When you look at Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 13, it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Their blood should be upon them. When you're in that lifestyle and you go get tested, it should never be a surprise that you had AIDS, HIV. It should. And this is something that the Most High had bestowed on that lifestyle. I remember when I was, I'm not thinking about 17, 18, I think somewhere up in there. And man, there was so many people in that lifestyle that was down to AIDS. They had out in Cali where they were sewing quilts. Man, this quilt went like almost like forever. Almost like forever. But I'm gonna touch on it. Even talks about, even a sin. Well, when you look at Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 16, where it talks about if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereunto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. The one nation that I have seen that have done this and have heard about it, like the Caucasians, like they will sleep with anything and everything. But I'm gonna show you where it talks about the woman in the New Testament. When you look at Romans chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 20. I'm gonna start at verse 24. It's a wherefore God also gave them up unto uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. So this is like that reprobate mind, because the Most High already knew what you was gonna do. He already knew what you was gonna do. You didn't have no fear in your heart for the Most High. So the Most High was like, okay, go ahead, because you're gonna do it anyway. Verse 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie? And that is a good question. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Your enemy, your oppressor, the so-called white man. That is their lifestyle. This is where this comes from. Man sleeping with man, woman sleeping with woman. So you know what he did? He put that in, he made it comfortable for it to come amongst black people. For it to come amongst black people. That's why when you look at Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31, the Most High say, envy thou not your oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Not a few, not some. Say none of his ways. I mean, nothing. We would have been in the crippled so-called white man economy. But they will find a way to implement our way of living, our way of being, like they have been doing for years. Like the first Black Wall Street wasn't really established in let's say, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I mean, we had Black Wall Streets all over, all throughout the United States. So if our white man then came and then destroyed all of that, then put our Black Wall Streets on the waters, made them into parks, just done away with it. But when you go into their history, you can see the things that God's chosen people, for the ones that are not in the ISUPK and the Commanding Johanna, have done adapted to their way of living. So it was them that changed the truth of God into a lie, making it feasible for you, to adapt to their lifestyle. Like if you want to be accepted, like, oh, okay, live like this. If you want to be up under certain laws, live like this. And that's crazy. Like God's chosen people have forgotten about the Most High because of the way of adapting your oppressive lifestyle. He said, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Yes, you have served the creature more than the creator. You have. Verse 26, for this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And that which is against nature, when you have a woman sleeping with another woman. When you have a woman that then cut her hair low, got like a little temp fade, pair of pants sagging. She trying to play the role of a dude. And it's confusing because if you sagging and you call yourself trying to play the role of a dude, but you don't want to be with a male, but you trying to mimic a male, then you have another female. She called herself not liking male, but you done got with a sister that is trying to mimic a male. If that ain't confusion at an all-time high, yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all don't want nothing to do with a male, but you playing the role of a male and you want her because now she then put on this facade like she's a male. Crazy. Crazy. It say, for this cause, God gave them up unto vile affection, for even their own women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Verse 27, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was beat. There's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. It's nobody can sit and say that they can, because you have these churches now today where they for the LGBT, whatever them people is. They have churches that they have them built especially for them. So reading this as is, and if you say that a woman can't be with a woman, man can't be with a man, they'll sit and tell you that you interpreted it wrong. That is not what God is trying to say. So I'm quite sure that they have them rewritten a whole nother Bible, a whole nother book. I know they have. And it's crazy. But I'm going to read some more about sin. Deuteronomy chapter 7, 3 and 4. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. He said, neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. So what this is talking about, interracial marriage. I'm going to say it like this. If a Jamaican woman got with an African man, that is a sin. That is interracial marriage. Even if you took a Puerto Rican from the tribe of Ephraim, and he got with a Caucasian woman, that's interracial marriage. That is interracial marriage. This is a sin. But in today's society, and has been for the longest, Christianity makes it possible to tell you that you should love everybody. God loves everybody. And that is a lie. God does not love everybody. Even if you were to step outside step outside the Bible for a second. Europeans, so-called white men, the sun is their worst enemy. The sun is their worst enemy. Don't you know they are a nation of people that are not melanated. They do not have no melanin in their skin, none whatsoever. All other nations have melanin in their skin. So-called white man in his nation, the sun is their worst enemy. The sun is their worst enemy. Verse 4, it says, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Serving other gods. Hey, if you marry into another nation, they're going to take you into Christianity and you will be serving Caesar Borgia. If you're one of God's chosen people and you decide to go and deal with so-called white man and his peoples, Caesar Borgia will become your God. You will be on your knees praying to Caesar Borgia. I have another. Matthew. Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said of them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Verse 28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart. And your heart is your mind. Because, case in point, you have a black woman, nice body, no stomach, no nothing. Boom. She got on a tight-fitting dress. She might have on a miniskirt. But the way our sisters that are not in the truth are dressing today, little or nothing. Whole lot of skin showing. They do not dress in modest apparel. A brother that is not in the truth, he would look on this woman and crazy thoughts would start running through his mind. Crazy thoughts would start running through his heart, which is his mind. He would start thinking how, twisted like a pretzel. I would do this, I would do that. No different than a sister looking at a brother. Goes to the gym, work out, got a wife beater on. Those crazy thoughts are running through her mind. Stuff like this is sin. But if you're not told this and you're not taught this, then you don't know what sin is. You don't know what sin is. You would think that it's all right to do these things. You would think that it's all right to do these things. So let me go on a little further. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 13. And it reads, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. This is a sin. And you have some people stating that, what if it's self-defense? If it's self-defense, and you shot a brother and he did not shoot you back, he still unalived you. But if it was any way that you could have reason with the brother, then when it came to that conclusion of you unaliving him. But for me, I'm more so talking about abortions. This is one of the sins that I chose, but I wanted to speak on abortions. In America, you have so many abortions a year till the number is crazy. The number is crazy. But they make it comfortable. And when I say they, I'm talking about white America. They make it comfortable by telling our sisters that it is your body, your choice. Not educating the sister. Not telling the sister, and this goes back to our black leaders. We don't tell kids from youth, from a young age, that sex is marriage. No, we let them grow up celebrating Valentine's Day, um, going to New Year's parties, Mother's Day, dealing with this fake Easter. All of that is promoting sex. You're going to Christmas parties, getting drunk, you're doing the most. All of this ain't doing nothing but promoting sex. So now when you haven't been taught what sex is, and now you go out and you have sex, you get pregnant. The first thing that you could think of is having an abortion. You don't think of nothing else. You don't say, okay, now I'm pregnant. I'm gonna keep this baby. Or even if you don't want to keep the baby, you don't even think of putting the baby up for adoption. Only thing you think of is abortion. Is abortion. And abortion is nothing but you unaliving a baby. You unaliving this baby. But I got a precept for that. Listen to what the Most High said about this. This is one, a few precepts. Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 15. It said, can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. So the Most High is not going to forget you. The Most High is not going to forget you when it came down to you having this baby. Like I said, could have put the baby up for adoption. Could have put this baby up for adoption. But it was one precept I had pertaining to this. Like Matthew chapter 5 and verse 21. It said, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. All right, I'm going to give you some more. I'm just running through, just letting you know, just giving you some things that saying that the Bible is talking about. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 27. This right here is talking about smoking weed. Smoking weed is a sin. Like, weed can be used as a medicinal purposes. Like if you take it and you boil it in a tea, put it in cookies, brownies, muffins. Even though the doctor prescribed it for you, still yet, you have to know how to deal with it. Verse 16, Salaki, chapter 16 and verse 27. It says, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. So now when you put fire at the end of that, guess what? It's a sin. It is a sin. So I'm going to give you some more. When you look at it, Leviticus chapter 11, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Verse 8, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. Not only you're not supposed to eat, you're not even supposed to touch it. You're not even supposed to touch it. But I got a precept for that. Since they want to sit and talk about how the law is done away with. The Most High never said that the law is done away with. All right. Okay. When you look at Isaiah 66 and verse 17, it say, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh and the abomination and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. So you're going to come to ruins. The Most High is going to do away with you. This is a sin. Once again, sin is a transgression of the law. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. All right, I'm going to go to Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. This right here is another sin. A lot of brothers don't even believe this. Like, because you don't hear this in Christianity. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye should not round the corners of your head, meaning that lineup that you getting, that's a sin. Plus, that's an old Egyptian custom. That's an old Egyptian custom. But once again, God's chosen people, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you are not African. That's an old Egyptian custom. Ye should not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. You know how you get that little beard crispy and all of that, trying to look cute for whoever? Stop. This is a sin. This is a sin. Just to back this up, Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They should not make baldness upon their head. You cannot put a razor on your head. You cannot shave your head bald. This is an old Egyptian custom. This is an old Egyptian custom. If you are Black, Latino, Native American, you cannot shave your head. You cannot put a razor on your head. Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. That the cuttings in your flesh, that is an old African custom, because they be having the cuts in their face to let you know certain tribes they from. You shaving off your beard, you looking like somebody big sister in the face. That's not our custom. You know what a beard stands for? A beard stands for manly dignity. If you're a so-called Black man, Latino man, Native American man, if you can grow a beard, man, grow your beard, man. Look like a man, man. Because by you shaving off your beard and all that, man, you look like you just come home from the penitentiary. For real. Look like you still locked up. All right, we go to Leviticus 26. Leviticus 26, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, ye shall make you no idols, nor graven images, neither rear you up a standing image. You know these standing images? First one I'm gonna say is the cross. The cross. Yes. I had that on paper. Say you should not no wood or stone. I used to have that precept. But that is um hey, find the wood or stone. Wood or stone. Okay. And another image when it comes to Islam, they be bowing down to the cobblestone. So I'm gonna start over. It's a Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. It says, Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven images, and neither rear you up a standing image. Another standing image is a Buddha, the Buddha that they have. Neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God. So now we have our brothers. If some brothers, especially you guys chosen people, and you have and you have the one, and you call yourself a Muslim. I said you took that trip to Mecca and you done circle that rock. They don't even know the significance. They don't even know the significance of that rock. Verse 20, Salaki. Verse 2. Ye shall keep my Sabbath and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. So now when it talks about image of stone, how you bowing down. Um, yeah, I got some precepts for that. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28. Okay. Okay. Let me see. And so God. All right. I'm gonna give you some precepts when it talks about wood and stone. When it talks about wood and stone. And when you look at Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27, and the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. Verse 28, and there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. All right, let me give you some more. I gotta go till I get the right one. Isaiah 4, 6, and 7. Yeah. Say, well, no. Let me finish with this. I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 7. The Most High said, "Thou shalt have none other gods before me." Verse 8, "Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth." So all these, I have been seeing people have angels, which they never really seen an angel. They never, because have you ever really seen an angel? I don't think that you could sit and, especially how the angel is described in the Bible. But for the most part, they have crosses. They have these crosses that are in these churches. And for that, the Most High said in Acts chapter 7 and verse 48, he said, "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophets." Christianity bought the crosses. Christianity is so-called white man religion. Them crosses are mockery. Them crosses are disrespectful until Yahweh shall. What we know today as the death penalty, what is the death penalty as we know it today? The crosses was the death penalty back then. The crosses was the death penalty. If you committed a crime and say the crime was punishable by death, that was the death penalty. So it's no way that a cross have significance or in comparison with Yahweh. It is mockery. It is straight up mockery. And in Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 4, it say, "Trust ye not in lying words, saying the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these." So Christianity is a joke. It's a false religion. Christianity is nothing but a joke. But this is you look at Proverbs chapter 8. Proverbs at chapter 8 and verse 36. "But he that sinneth against me," this is what the Most High is saying. "But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death." Once you come into the truth, once your eyes have been opened, and you have come into this truth, you know who love the Most High, and you know who hate the Most High. I'm going to read this once more. Proverbs 8 and 36. "But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death." Check this out. The Most High said you can't serve two masters. Either you're going to love the one, you're going to hate the other. If you are one of God's chosen people and you are not in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, Every time that you celebrate one of these man-made holidays, you love creation more than the creator. You hate the Most High. If you celebrate any of these, if you sinning against the Most High, you hate the Most High. You hate the Most High. Guess what? You love death. Because the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. The water to all those that checked in. Really appreciate it. Hey, the Passover is right around the corner. April 4th, Houston, Texas. You know, if you can make it, $200 per person. You know, 17 and under get in free. 17 and under get in free. So-called Black Hispanics, Native American, man, woman, and child, come out. Learn how to serve the Most High. Have a good time. Powerful scripture breakdown class. Priest Officer Karyala. Doing scripture breakdown class tomorrow from 7 to 9. With that, I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to my brothers. Yahabasham, Yahabashah Barakatah, Salaka Barakatham. To my sisters, Yahabashah Atham, Asham, Yahabashah. Class dismissed. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.